We listened to this podcast called Wee Wow on the Weekend.
Wee Wow?
Wee Wow. Wee Wow. Wee Wow. And the beginning of every song, every time the guy makes some big proclamation, he goes, Ahem! It's like a very well-defined throat clearing. That sounds exactly the same every time. It's just in my head constantly. And anytime I need to clear my own throat, I do it just like Dennis from Wee Wow. And then I found $10.
What kind of podcast is it? What do they talk about?
His co-host is a giant pigeon named Reggie.
I think you told us about this before. Yeah.
That's right. That's Reggie.
No Vacancy is the self-storage podcast that pulls back the roll-up door on the industry's most outrageous stories, toughest challenges, and unexpected laughs. Hosted by the team at Access Self-Storage, each episode brings together real operators, sharp marketers, and off-the-wall personalities to talk about what really goes on behind the gate code, from crazy tenant tales to hard-won lessons in customer service. It's raw, unfiltered, and a little irreverent, just like life in storage.
We also listen to, I should probably just read to my kid like a normal person, but I just am so late. I'm fried at the end of the day. I don't even want to read anything else. So I just put on an audiobook. We listen to audiobooks together, sometimes at bedtime, podcasts or audiobooks. Have either of you guys read, I think it's, I don't know, I'm not sure when it's from. I think early 90s maybe, Hatchet by Gary Paulson. That shit's intense, dude. I just was like, it's like a kid has to survive in the woods. And I'm thinking like, all right, this is some Boy Scout stuff, it's just going to be a little light, shelter building type of stuff.
Meanwhile, it's the sequel to Saw.
So it is so intense, dude. And I'm trying to listen to this for my kid at bedtime. And there's so many brushes with death. There's so many violent things that happen to this kid who's 12. And basically I won't tell you, whatever. The gist is, it's no spoilers. It's the 40-year-old book, but the gist is that the kid is in a small plane heading to visit his dad, in the Canadian wilderness somewhere where his dad is working. Right. And it's just him and a pilot. Pilot has a heart attack and dies while flying the plane. And so the kid ends up being able to do just enough to crash the plane as the plane starts to go down. Eventually, he does enough to crash it into a lake or a pond so he can survive because it hits water. And then basically the story that the kid survives in the wilderness until somehow he gets found eventually. But, whatever. He doesn't die.
And this is a bedtime book?
Well, no, it's not. I do not recommend it for bedtime, but that's what we chose to. That's what I chose to do, and he didn't wake up.
My son a book called Hatchet. Probably, Shit. If it was called Pocket Knife, would have been maybe a little bit better.
Swiss Army. Yeah,
yeah. Machete.
Yeah. I think that's a movie. I think I saw that one. Isn't that a Danny Trejo?
Oh yeah, Danny Trejo. All right, Andrew. What do you want to talk about?
It's 2026. We had a pretty good 2025. What are we looking forward to in 2026, gentlemen? Chris, from an operations standpoint, what gets you going about 2026? What are you excited about? That was a giant sigh from Chris, by the way, for those listening in.
Excited is a tough term.
I was talking to Roland towards the end of the day yesterday. And it I think it really dawned on us that we have a really busy 26 coming up because we have Franklin rent up. We still have Egg Harbor, Branchburg rent up. We have the Gates potentially coming on. We're treating as a rent up. We have a third party, which we're close to closing, rent up. And who knows how today's call goes? Maybe we have a sixth rent up. But it's, even without that one, it's going to be, I'm just realizing that we have all this stuff going on for 2026. Anybody have anything to add to that?
I think it's a good time to be having facilities in rent up. I think it'll be a lot. I don't want to say, no, I'm not going to even say it.
You dare say it.
It's going to be better.
This is a podcast. You shut your mouth when you're talking to me.
Yeah. Don't say anything. No, I think 2026 looks like it's poised to be better for rent-up locations than it was in the last maybe 4 years, especially in northern and central New Jersey. I think a lot of the competition, all the new supply is stabilizing. You know, like we're even in 25, we didn't see a lot of the same outlandish specials and pricing, I think, than we saw in 23 and 24. So I think good time to be renting up. 2026 will be hopefully a little smoother. And we had good success in those last couple of years. So I'm confident in what we'll be able to achieve this year for our rent up locations.
Yeah. 2 in the last 16 months, both going pretty darn well. With potentially 5 more coming on.
Wow.
Chris, just smoke is coming out of your ears.
Wow.
You're right, man?
Yeah.
Take a deep breath. We're going to get through it. We're good.
I'm excited for what's ahead, but one thing off the list at a time.
Rates have to get better, right? I think in 2026, I think we'll start seeing rates going up again. Better for business.
Is there anything new in 26 you guys are looking forward to? Like any, any new processes that Access is going to be doing? Any new technology we've spoken about? I have a few, but I'm going to throw it out to you guys first because I have to formulate mine.
The easiest the easiest answer for me is the KISS Solutions locks that we're going to roll out into our Woodbridge location. Woodbridge is a massive location, and these locks, by using the Bluetooth technology and the power of our software system, just to allow our employees to not have to worry about, is it locked? Is it unlocked? Are people able to get in? It's really, those locks I think are really going to help the efficiency of the location, because at 10 days, it sends a signal to the lock and the lock goes into overlock mode. And as soon as they pay, it unlocks. It's tremendous. It's a really big deal for that location.
Maybe I'm overblowing it in my mind, but I also feel like the amount of times that we, in a given week, kind of have to troubleshoot lock and key issues is, it's pretty significant. It happens. People lose their key, whatever, without putting anyone to sleep who's listening to this. We won't go deep dive into our lock and key setup, but, it's not the most painful thing from our end, but it happens. It's a lot of touch points. And this will essentially remove that. I just think it'll improve efficiency in so many ways. Definitely. And for the customer, and it's just freaking cool, man. It's cool. I don't have to worry about another little thing dangling from my car keys. Carrying this phone anyway. Tap, boom, done. Tap to pay, tap to store, boom.
The feature that you can share your key, so to speak, too. You
Yeah.
just technologically text it over to somebody who's going to the storage unit. That's really helpful. A business partner, anything. It's a terrific idea.
Yeah.
And it talks
the
to
big
the FMS, which is great, obviously. It talks to the gate operator so we can push the gate code. So it opens up a lot of remote situations for us as a third-party management. But yeah, it's exciting. It's exciting.
Yeah, we'll see if we still feel the same way in 90 days. I think we will. I think we will. I think
we will too.
I think we're putting all our ducks in a row right now, and I think we're vetting it probably more than we even needed to, and I think we're ready to go, and it's going to be good.
And we're using similar systems, in other locations. We have the Noki system in the Branchburg location, and so we've got a good knowledge of how to use that and what not to do, which is probably always more helpful than what to do. And we have good people there that can certainly help the Woodbridge staff, navigate through their questions and concerns. I'm excited for it. Lock technology is it's come a long way in the last 5 years, right? Most of this stuff got rolled out right before COVID. and they've been improving it every year. And it's really at a good place now.
What else we got in the pipeline for 2025? 6. Tough one. It's tough.
I think the internal dashboards that our FMS is building out now, I'm pretty excited to see where that's going to go over the next 12 months. We have a pretty good view right now, but I know they're going to be pushing, I think, 3 to 5 new reports every quarter. And I think from what we saw on the call, I think there's going to be ability for us to customize our own reports by putting whatever metrics we really want to see in. I think that's going to help us greatly because it also has a layer of AI built in, which makes that even easier. I think the revamp to our website is going to be pretty exciting. That gives us a lot more capabilities in terms of like merchandise, a quicker online rental process, just faster all around. So we're looking forward to that through our agency partner and potentially the addition of Live Switch to be testing that maybe if everybody's on board and we can, get the process all worked out. I think that could be pretty cool too. I was thinking to save us a little bit of money, maybe we automate the lawn care and snow removal as well. I keep seeing these really, really cool like lawn snow removal all in one. It's like a Roomba, but it goes outside and it can handle like heavy duty stuff, and they're all over golf courses. I mean, it's how much are those bills every year? We can be saving so much. Come on.
So, I mean, I love that idea. I really do. I love the idea of lawn maintenance a lot more than the snow removal, but I do love that idea. And I think that we have a good number of properties that we could probably test that out at. I think we should pick one where we've got a manager who understands maybe a little bit of technology and maybe an area to mow that is off to the side and not necessarily, dealing with heavy duty traffic. But I certainly have seen them at work in the neighborhood here. I mean, there's one little guy that looks like he runs all day and night every day of the summer just trying to mow this guy's freaking lawn. But it's beautiful. You see the lines, and it's been going for a few years. But Andrew's right. I mean, he's describing it correct. It's like a little larger than a Roomba vacuum. It's a very interesting idea, and I think one that we should probably try somewhere. What do you mean by heavy duty? What type of snow removal robot have you seen that can handle heavy duty stuff?
So I have to look up the name. I want to say it's like it starts with a Y, I was going to say Yardy, but that's just I think a vendor that we use for certain things or that's available in our industry. I think it's like Yarbo, maybe. Yeah, I nailed it. Yarbo. Check that out when you get a chance. But it's like it's like a heavy duty outdoor snow.
Can you share
Roomba.
it? I want to see this thing.
You want to share?
Sure.
For the listeners who can't see this.
Well, that's okay. We're expanding.
Wait, how do I do that? Share.
Does it use lasers?
Can you see that?
Yeah.
Look at that bad boy. Look at this. It's like a tank, like a little mini tank.
This makes me so nervous.
Why?
Because some little animals
you
going
just
to get caught in that
described
thing.
something as a mini tank.
Yeah. It's like Hatchet.
Well, now you got to include that story.
We're not talking about pocket knife. We're talking about a hatchet. That's so out of context for what we're talking about right now.
Just seen nothing but downspouts in my nightmares.
Well, we got to map it. Do you guys have a self-cleaning vacuum at home or no?
You mean like a Roomba? We've got one. We call him Ralph. And Ralph hasn't really been as active over the last couple years. I think he may have semi-retired on his own. I'm not necessarily sure.
Did you check the bottom for a couple Legos? That happens to us often.
Yeah. He's clear. He's empty and clear. I just don't know that he's providing the same services.
He just quiet quit.
Yeah, I think Ralph quite will. That's right.
Well, we got a shark, and
Yeah.
we named him Tony Shark. And he also seems to be on the road to retirement after just a few years. But Yarbo, yeah, like a tank.
Love the idea. I can't say no to that idea. Where do you want to try it? Where do you want to try it?
What location has good grass?
I'll tell you what. I like the first one that springs to my mind because they have a huge front yard and not a whole lot of grass on the backside of the property. I'm going to say Congress.
Not what I was going to say, but all right, yeah, we could do that one. Doesn't that have like a huge driveway though? Like a really big?
Well, they've got a drive in and a drive out separate. So one way in, one way out. But between those two driveways is this huge swath of land there. But it is on Route 9W. I mean...
That sucker goes into the... Yeah.
Also, we're going to have to add, pick up all the down sticks and branches from the lawn on our walkthrough list there.
Yeah.
Well, that's true. But isn't that a nice Tuesday afternoon?
Sure. Have a little bonfire.
Let's do it. Yeah. Congress.
Do you... Who's going to weed whack and blow everything off? Who's going to do the blower? Does Yarbo edge?
Yarbo's brother.
Does Yarbo blow?
Right.
Is that your question?
Yes.
That's not my question. Please write to
Yarbo
Andrew
blow?
Rockoff, 208 Gates Road.
Including snowblower, mower, leaf blower. Yeah, it sounds like it does. It does blow. All right, what else in 2026?
I'm really excited about the phone system. I'm really stunned that it's been working. In all honesty, maybe not that it's been working, but so smoothly. That makes me nervous. Really nervous, anxious. But it seems to be flowing the right way. Brian, I think you've had a lot more confidence in this than I have because you've seen it used in other places before. And it's really gonna save us a lot of money. I mean, between what we're able to do with getting away from some phone dependency vendors, it's really going to be helpful in the bottom line, and I really think help us also on an employee end. More communication between employees, I think, is always a good thing. Familiarizing everybody with various properties. It's been really smooth, and our FMS has really delivered, along with the phone system that we're using. So that's the big one for me. Getting everybody on that thing is going to be a big bonus for us and a huge relief for me.
You're going to have people answering the phone that are in-house, so they're just focused on access. They're not focused on any other companies. So hopefully that leads to more phone conversions, a higher conversion rate, and it's going to be awesome.
I mean, we employ the experts in our area, in our geographic area as well. So I'm excited to give them all the chance to do what the call center has been doing for us for a number of years now. It's going to be really good.
We'll be right back. While some guys crank up prices after just a couple of months after moving in, we believe in fairness, transparency, and treating people the right way. No surprises. Just honest storage from a family-owned company that actually gets it. Now, back to the show.
Flow. Just more loosey-goosey.
I got a mad elf downstairs.
Oof. Ooh-wee.
You want to have that kind of episode?
No, not this early in the day. Used to really get excited for Mad Elf. It's a relatively local beer to us. And it wasn't always available across the country. I think it is now. The distributorship has gone way, way up. But as I've gotten older, any beer that's really over 6% alcohol is quite a mission to finish. And Mad Elf being 10.5% and made of cherries, not so much anymore.
I remember the first time I had Mad Elf. We were out at a restaurant in Montclair. And Lee, I had never heard of it before, and Lee was like, "Oh, they have Mad Elf here," and I'm like, "All right, let's try that." And we were out to dinner, and I finished it it didn't take me very long.
Like it wasn't a sipper at that time.
Right. And man, the rest of that dinner was interesting. Man, oh man.
Did you have a second one of those?
I may have asked for a second just because I finished that one. It's not a terrible tasting beer for something that's like that high percent.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I think I did, but after the first one, I was like, I don't know if I'm going to finish the second one. And for everybody out there listening, potentially laughing at me after just one beer, you go try and sip down a Mad Elf when you're out with your girlfriend for one of your first dates.
What are the top changes coming for the new website in 26? Is there anything? Is it really just kind of updating the visual of it and the stylizing, or is there kind of anything impactful that's like a functionality change that we're looking at, or is?
So we are going to move to a cloud-based setup, which allows us to make the API calls a lot faster. So the website should be running a lot faster. There's going to be a new cart setup, which is kind of customized to how we want it to go, whether we want it to be 1 page, 2 pages, 3 pages. They're currently working on what's called a drawer cart also. So if you're on the website, if you've been on e-commerce websites before and you hit cart, sometimes you see a cart kind of slide from the right out. So you're not really leaving the page that you're on. It's just the cart's now appearing. That's going to be a feature coming down the road. The new setup will have an e-commerce aspect to it. So any merchandise we want to sell, we can start doing that on the website. And our agency might be partnering with a company that can deliver merchandise as well. So we could potentially have people coming to the website that order merchandise, have it shipped to them, and it's taken care of. So we can start to hit them much earlier in the process for merchandise. Right now it's tough because they're coming to the website, and you would imagine that for storage, they'd probably have a lot of their things already packed up, and they're just looking for like that endpoint. But now we would be able to hit them a lot earlier in that process. So I think those few things, there's going to be a few layout changes, but to answer your question, a faster website, a more efficient cart, and an e-commerce aspect are some of the things that I'm really looking forward to for this new site.
Have we seen any other storage operators that kind of have like the ability to sell merchandise through their website?
So one of the REITs used to do it. I don't see it too much on their site anymore. I'm assuming for them it hasn't panned out too much, but I think they also had the ability to deliver. I don't know how much effort they were putting into merchandise sales though. Other than that, I don't think there's been too many.
Yeah, I don't think I've seen it.
Yeah.
Either. Interesting Reddit thread. Why don't self-storage places hire working cats to fend off rodents? Meow.
Well, I've never tried to hire a cat before. However, if I have seen a cat on the property, I have never chased it off.
I think the best response that I see on this thread is because I'm partial to the quarterly pest control bill in lieu of stepping in cat shit. And nothing quite says professionalism like a bunch of feral cats wandering about. I think that Redditor got really well said. Well said, Graham 2990. I don't know. Could be.
I really like that type of thinking. So when I first heard that idea, I thought, this is a great idea. But then I thought, well, they're going to approve the idea, and then we're going to be left with Wrangling Larry.
Larry the assassin snail. That's my snail's name is Larry. Remember?
Oh, yeah. I thought that was Gary.
Well, no, Gary died. Yeah.
You still have Larry?
Or it might be Mary. We're not sure if it's a male or female. Larry. We just go with Larry. Yeah, Larry the assassin is the full name.
What is the tank still there?
The tank is, yeah. What do you think happened to it? It's still there.
Are we empty?
No. We've got 3 guppies holding on strong and Larry the assassin. He's a snail.
Why Larry the assassin?
Because he's
Am I
called an
missing something?
assassin snail, and he eats other snails. Yeah, Larry is a badass.
Right on.
Is that what happened to Gary? My.
No, Gary just died, and then we got Larry as the replacement.
What kind of snail was Gary?
Mystery snail. They're called mystery snails. Yeah.
He didn't last very long.
Right. The mystery was,
Sorry.
why can't you stay
R.I.P.
alive?
Gary.
R.I.P.
But Larry sounds like he's going to be around for a while because he can fend for himself.
Yeah.
Just Larry at the bottom of the tank.
He's got a hatchet.
Chris, growing up outside of Philly,
Yep.
was your beach like going to the Jersey Shore?
Oh, Jersey Shore. Yeah. Yeah, it was
No, they
definitely...
just swam in the Schuylkill.
That's why I have gills. I developed them throughout the years. We've evolved to survive the Schuylkill.
Yeah, I guess I should have assumed that it's the Jersey Shore, but
Yeah,
I
it's
don't
the
know.
Jersey Shore,
Get
man.
down
We're
that-
down the shore.
yeah. All right.
Come
All
on.
right. Jeez.
They created
Well,
the
fuck
people
me
who
for asking.
the people who live in South Jersey they created a term for people from Philadelphia. You know, shoebie is a term that people down the shore use to describe someone coming from Philadelphia or the Philadelphia suburbs on a bus in the summer for the weekend to basically ruin their weekend. And they called them shoebie because they packed everything they had to bring to the shore in a shoebox and took the bus down. So we've been really bothering the people of South Jersey for longer than I've been around.
Generations, yeah.
Yeah. And, yeah, we used to go to LBI every summer in Long Beach Island. I think it was Brant Beach. So, yeah, Jersey Shore. Jersey Shore forever. Yeah. Down the shore. That's one word. Down the shore. Don't know how to spell it, but.
LBI was our place too.
And it was only 90 minutes. So.
For you.
Yeah. That's why we would go. It was either that or Dutch Wonderland, and that was the opposite way. And after you were 10 years old, you did not want to go to Dutch Wonderland.
Was that amusement park on LBI called? Was it like
Pirates Cove? Was that the one?
Treasure Island?
Treasure Island?
Treasure Island.
Yeah. I remember going there as a kid, and there would be. You remember the Mechanical Man? Did you ever see that? It was like a guy who would hand out like the wooden Treasure Island coins. Nothing, but he would be doing all this. Like his movements would be like a robot, but I think they called him the Mechanical Man. Nothing.
I'm confused.
Go ahead.
Is this a real man?
Yes.
An actual man or a robotic?
No, it was an actual guy, but his movements
Just doing
were
the
robotic.
robot. He's just
Yeah.
doing the robot,
And he
like
could
the dance.
lean really far.
Huh. Interesting. Was he like a mime?
I remember him wearing like what they used to wear in like a quartet. I'm thinking
A
straw hat and
barbershop?
like
a barbershop quartet? Hello, my lady. Hello, my honey.
Yeah. I don't know why I'm remembering it that way, but that's what I'm remembering. I can't be right. And we will be right back.
For 50 years, Access has been Northeast's go-to third-party management partner, driving stronger performance, smarter marketing, and better customer experience. We don't just manage facilities, we grow them. That's the Access difference. Now back to the show.
Here's another self-storage thread that's mildly amusing. The subject line is just, you can't paint gravel. And then, there's 4 paragraphs that say, well, I mean, you can paint gravel, but it just kind of sucks. So what are the better long-term solutions for marking parking spaces in gravel? I just, the headline grabbed me, You can't paint gravel. I was like, I think I could do it. Challenge accepted.
So you can. I agree with you. You can. I've done it. It doesn't work for long. But I have found that for us, the best solution to mark parking spaces in gravel is to purchase, and they sell this on Amazon and other places, fire supply places sell it also, purchase used fire hose from a fire company, roll it out, cut it, nail it down into the dirt. It will live forever.
I like that.
So there you go. You can
Nice.
paint gravel. It won't last long, but if you're marking parking spaces on gravel, get yourself some old used fire hose, bright yellow.
Chris, you just made this episode worth listening to. Right?
What
There
a
you go.
golden, what a golden nugget.
How about that?
They only have to wait till the 44th minute to find out.
You know, unfortunately, the trend that I see mostly on the Reddit threads, though, is really frustrated consumers complaining about aggressive rate increases. You know, I think it's like 8 out of every 10 posts on the self-storage Reddit thread are about people just being really frustrated, you know. The one that jumps out is I got an 830% increase in my storage rent. And it didn't seem to me in the explanation that it was a complete misunderstanding on the customer's part in that case, right? Like, it said that their lease agreement says that the rent was $18 a month. Got to assume it's like a locker type of unit or something really small. And that there was the promotion on it. It was that the first few months were $9. So they're like, okay, you expect it's not going to stay at 9 or 18. But to go from one of those numbers to $170 in the third or fourth month, you know, obviously that customer was frustrated enough to take their gripes to Reddit.
What are the companies that use that kind of like low introductory rate and then a huge rate increase? Like, why would a company use a strategy like that? Just for the people who may be new to self-storage or like don't understand, what's the purpose of that?
To bait.
Yeah.
You know? I
It
mean,
works.
Right.
That strategy works.
Just get them in, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, we
Everybody has a price, right?
oh my goodness.
Like the old $1 Million Man used to say. And a lot of people, once it is out of their possession, will go through great pain to not have to deal with it anymore. And I think these companies know that. So they push and push and push until they find the breaking point. And then they're okay with the breaking point because they're going to do the same thing to the next guy. And it's one way to do it. I don't understand why. I don't understand why you do that on a personal level.
Mm-hmm.
But, yeah.
Just feels like a bad faith start to the relationship, you know? I mean, everybody's happy when they're getting a great deal and move in, but you know, obviously our different approach is just that, you know, yeah, of course we use aggressive move-in specials and we might be in a situation also where a customer is paying $18 or $30 for the first month to on a unit that should cost $170, but we just really believe strongly in making that very clear and well known up front. You know, like that we're not sending you a rate increase letter in 90 days. We're telling you, hey, you get this move-in special for the first month, 2 months, maybe 3 months, depending on the deal. And going forward, after that, this is what you'll be paying for the first year. And I just think that pays off tremendously in terms of just being transparent, having an honest start to the relationship and letting the customer know what to expect, you know.
I think in 2025, we've probably seen, or I've heard more of our managers talk about tenants coming from other companies who use that philosophy than I ever have before. So that frustration that Brian was talking about in those, you know, Reddit threads or wherever else, like we're seeing it.
I think the larger companies continue to buy up the smaller ones, and usually the smaller ones, in most cases, seem to put more of a value on the relationship than some of the larger companies do. So when they're bought out, the larger company comes in and puts in their revenue management strategy and does the same thing. And quite a few smaller chains were bought out this year, and we were surrounded by quite a bit of them. So we really benefited from that larger company, just inputting their revenue management strategy again.
Chris, do you have like an oscillating fan behind you, or is your Roomba just like, cleaning your desk as we speak? What's going on there?
Goddamn ice maker.
Is Ralph coming out of retirement?
Hang on a second. A piece of shit ice maker.
Thanks for listening to No Vacancy. If you liked what you heard, our episodes are available wherever you find your podcasts.